Welcome to Forever Exiled. I'm Justin, aka Tags.
I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Day. Hey!
I hope that's loud enough for the system not to cut you
Wrecker
off.
of Days. Hi. Sorry. So
That was good timing for closing the door. Perfect timing for needing to close the door.
Hey, no, it was opening and closing. My senior dog decided that she'd already had enough. Normally, she's good to just
Does she
chill
not have a bed
podcast
there?
all day. She does.
I can't see it.
Oh, it's a blanket right now.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's why she's grumpy. But my super senior dog, who is definitely like Bilbo and butter scraped over too much bread. Too much bread. She, whenever she's, I don't know, I pretend that's like she's in too much pain. I think she blames it on the location and she needs to move. So even though moving is very difficult for her now, she's like, no, I got to move. This place sucks.
Hey, as long as she's still moving.
I accommodate because, you know,
she'll be back.
She's supposed to be dead. Okay. I love her dearly.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing the stroller. I'm not doing the diaper stuff. Like when it's time for her to go, it's time for her to go.
Yeah.
But it's not time for her to go, but it was supposed to be time for her to go like half a year ago.
She pushed on.
Point is for some reason she can't podcast all day anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And she was done before we even started. That was just perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Do you know what episode this is?
Oh,
I don't know. 300 and something.
We did this last time too. I'm going to guess 305. What's your guess?
Yeah, I'll say that too. Welcome to 305.
No, wait. Don't. You're going to screw me up. Because
maybe 306, maybe
there's a website I can go to.
Oh, really? There's a website that keeps track of it?
Yeah. foreverexiled.com.
Oh, man. Sounds great.
And supporting Alfred the Exiled was episode 304.
Hey, 305. So, good guess.
Whatever this is going to be called, this is 305.
Welcome to 305 of Forever Exile. Big shout out to our patrons. Thanks everybody who resubbed up this week. We love your faces. Patreon gets you access to our After Dark. It is our podcast, After the Podcast, where Tyler and I just keep riffing and raffing. Just zigging and zagging.
Trying to be English, making up words and sounding cool.
Yeah, we are cool. So anyway, thank you everybody who supports the podcast. We really appreciate it. And
self-proclaimed cool, but yes, we do. We very much appreciate you, all you boosters, all you supporters,
Discord boosters, everybody who supports the podcast. It's very much appreciated, and it makes it a lot easier for us to do this podcast with you guys. So, how was your week, Tyler?
I had a wonderfully bland and usual week.
Okay,
it was great. Nothing happened. Nothing was special. It was good. We just chilled, man.
Nice
chores. Kids, my son went away for 5 days, right, with his buddy out into the interior of the province, and had a great time doing those things that like you and I, as we were growing up, somehow ended up doing, but those weren't things our parents ever did. You know what I mean? Like maybe it was all those like Bible camps or whatever it was that they would throw stuff at you. But he went to his buddies. They have their place on the lake that they visit, their cabin.
Yeah,
I always picture a cabin like. You're lucky if you have 2 rooms, but basically it's like a kitchen. There's the bathroom, and then like there's just all these cots, and it's wood, right? And it's like, hey,
I agree with you. After it's bigger than that, you need to be a chateau or something.
It's a house, and it's probably like it's just like a big house. So anyway, but that's where they go, and they have like their open fire pit. They went kayaking. They did a whole bunch of stuff. My son all of a sudden was using a wood splitter. I get a picture of him with all these goggles and gloves on, and I'm like, we don't have that in our house. But anyways, what I'm saying is like, those are things that you and I did lots growing up, even though those aren't things that our parents ever did, but those aren't things he's ever going to do.
Yeah.
Even though those are things that we're not doing anymore. So, we're more into that than our parents were, but he's not going to get into it unless he does it with someone else. So anyway, I was very thankful, and it was good. And the dude's only 10, so going away for 5 days. Yeah, it's really good for him.
That's really
My daughter
fun.
had a fantastic time. She was she misses him dearly. They are 2 peas in a pod. They just love each other's company, but it's a totally different.
Run to the house for vibe.
Boy's a boy, right? Yeah. Like it was. One of his first questions when he came home was like, "So was it quiet?" Yeah, buddy. It was quiet.
That's awesome that he asked that. That's fun.
Yeah, a little self-aware, which is always good. So anyway, but yeah, all of a sudden she's like extra adult. You know what I mean? Like she chooses to act certain ways because she's almost a teenager, or she's almost here or almost there. So she has these like choices she makes because there's a certain way in her mind that certain people at certain ages are supposed to act, but without that, kid silliness in there. That she was just, I guess, less on edge because her brother wasn't annoying her so much, and so she was just in heaven. So anyway, we had a great week. It was awesome, and yeah. How about you, man? How was your week?
My week was good. It was really busy. It had some really good moments. We're in the process of developing software that is going to be amazing. So that's been really good. We had some really good movement with that this week. And then, okay. So my kids are gone. They're coming back today. They've been gone all week.
Oh, okay.
They go away with my mother-in-law and they have a party and they get to just live and be outside all the time at their cabin as well or whatever. But so that means, in the evenings, Christina and I just get to hang out and do whatever we want. And we went so one night I thought, I'll be real nice, take her out, go out for dinner, maybe do some shopping.
So you're divorced.
So I take her out, and as we're heading back to the house, she had mentioned to me that she wanted to go by Home Depot, and I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I was going to look for some stuff." And this is like as we're walking into the house. I'm like, "Well, okay, we're going tomorrow. Like, you say Home Depot, I'm in. I'm in." So the next day, we go to Home Depot, and we're walking around. She was looking for some paint. She wants to paint the front entrance.
Man, already? Didn't she just do a couple rooms? Anyway,
yeah,
go ahead.
But you know what? Paint, I don't care because I won't paint. I will do anything else, but I'm not involved in painting. So I said, let's go to Home Depot. We go look around and paint. And of course, when you're at Home Depot, you don't just go to Home Depot to pick up a paint swatch. You do some walking around. So we did some walking around. We walk through probably most of the store and we go through one part. So we have a bathroom upstairs that is our kids' bathroom, guest bathroom if people are staying over or upstairs or whatever. And for about a year, probably close to a year now, the exhaust fan in that bathroom has not worked. The venting fan hasn't worked. And it for about 3 months before that, you could tell it was starting to die. And then it died. And I had already replaced the one in our master bathroom, and I knew how hard it was because you got to get access into the attic because of the way that it's screwed into the joists. And in the kids' bathroom, it's right near the exterior wall and the roof slopes down. And when I looked at it before, I would have to be on my stomach trying to reach to try and work with this thing. And I was like, I'm never going to be able to do that. So I've just been like, open the window when you have a shower. But whatever, we did it as kids. We didn't always have your freaking exhaust vent fans. Get out of here. Anyway, we walk through Home Depot and we go through that section and she brings it up. Oh yeah, really, we're going to have to do something about it. It's causing mold and damage. I'm like, okay, calm down. But if our kids would just open the window. Anyway, we look through them. We're looking at these fans and I'm going in my head like, God, I don't want to do that though. It's going to be so much work. And then we walk through the rest of Home Depot and then we're coming back towards we finish up. And then she's like, I just want to look at one more thing. And we walk back to that area. And now I'm like, fuck, she really wants this done.
Be in the bonnet. It's going to happen.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, Justin, you're a good husband. You're going to surprise her. So then the next day I'm working and it's in my head the whole day. I'm like, oh, I got to do something with that stupid thing. Like, be a nice person. I do like doing work around the house, but I like stuff that's functional. So I don't want to paint, but replacing stuff, buddy, replacing that thing I did do it. It's replaced now.
Good for you.
It was not fun at all. It was brutal. And you buy these fans because when we looked at these fans, she's like, well, it says easy install. I'm like, those guys are liars. They are absolute liars.
They should all be sued.
Oh, they should be sued for sure. I had probably about 60 tools up in my bathroom trying to work a way to get this stupid fan out because it's screwed in above the ceiling into the joists, but it's exterior to the actual encasing. So you got to try and find some way to get to it, but from the bottom. Oh, it was awful. My whole body hurts. Like my back was on fire. Thankfully my dad came up to help me at one point because I don't know how they think that it's a one-person job. I'm like barely dangling off the toilet trying to hold on to stuff. Anyway, it's all done. We have a new fan and it's all fancy. And this one, like reads the condensation in the room and automatically kicks on. And I was like, if these kids don't have a freaking fan on when they're having a shower, I'm going to be losing my mind.
That window needs to be open anyway, man. Fan or no fan.
Seriously. Anyway, overall, the week was good. It was just
and
us
you're the husband of the
hanging out.
year because you did that.
Yeah, I got like 2 points. I mean, she was super happy. She loved it. But next week, there will be something else. Like, oh, we should.
But your
do this.
wife also wanted to go to Home Depot
That's true.
with you.
That's true.
So
Yeah, it was a win. But
there's a few
also-
trophies coming your way this
Right.
week.
Oh, I'm cashing in. Let me tell you. Once my body can
Actually,
move.
that's right. You say, listen, I know you were doing that for me, but I actually did that for you because I wasn't really in the mood. So you owe me.
That's right.
I wasn't in the mood to go to Home Depot.
No. So it was a good week. It was we're watching The Wire, and yeah, we just hung out. I went out for dinner with my dad and brother, which was nice. I can't even remember the last time the three of us went out for a meal. So went and hung out with them for a little bit, and yeah, it was a good week overall. Fun. I didn't play a whole lot of stuff, but I didn't get much gaming time this week.
Tisk, tisk, Justin. Tisk, tisk.
It just happens, you know?
Mm.
Oh,
Hey.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go.
I had, my mom's birthday. In case she hears this, happy birthday. I don't want to get yelled at because I didn't say something. Happy birthday to my mom. We had a bunch of people over here for Maya and Christina's birthday, and just family. And then some of them were starting to leave, and I was realizing that my wife was gone for quite a while. And I'm like, what's going on? So I walked out to the front, and her sister were outside planning our front yard because
your mom and your sister?
My wife and her sister were planning out the new wall that we're apparently going to be building along the garden.
That was a Home Depot trip. You were looking at stones for the wall and didn't even know it.
No, that part wasn't even part of it, but they were talking about like what plants we're going to put in there. And so anyway, at some point, my front yard's apparently going to get a makeover.
Sweet. As long as they don't step on the grass. I
got to find somebody who's going to help me carry those stupid stones. I remember when we did it on this side of the house and I was useless.
Josh, you got a guy?
I'm going to need a couple guys because that stuff's heavy. Sorry, what were you going to say when I interrupted you?
No, we were. Yeah, you interrupted me. That's
we were riffing.
Dude, come on. We're going to take the kids to Abbotsford for the air show that they have.
Oh, cool.
This coming weekend. We bought tickets ages ago.
Have you done it before?
Oh, when I was their age, a little bit, a couple years older. Yeah, it's smoking hot. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where you want the sky to be clear, but here in August, that's 30 degrees. And so you're going to be outside, like at an airport, zero shade.
Yep.
And you can't be one of those tits that brings an umbrella to the air show for shade because everybody's trying to look into the sky. So screw you for like being the center of the universe around 150,000 people. But then, oh, sorry, I just cleared my throat on the mic.
Right into the mic.
You're
welcome. Market.
But you also want the sky to be clear. Now, of course, when you buy your tickets, unless you're buying the day or two before, you can't really tell how much cloud there's going to be before. Obviously, when we went, there weren't even apps that could tell you that. Now you can. So it's going to be about 50% cloud coverage in the area tomorrow. So hopefully it's not too hot, but it'll be really cool because the kids haven't really experienced anything like that before.
Cool.
So yeah, it'd be really neat. I'm curious. We're going on the Saturday, and I'm just really curious to see what it's like because I know one kid, my son, will absolutely love it. But I'm really curious to see what my daughter's like for that.
Nice.
And then who cares about my wife and I? We'll appreciate it.
You'll be sweating, just wanting to go home.
That's right. I'm going to have a backpack and it's just going to be full of sunscreen.
Waters and sunscreen.
Yep.
Cool. What do we got this weekend?
That's basically the end of the podcast.
Path of Exile. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff.
No, there isn't.
Okay. There's a lot of links.
Take a look.
Okay, hold
look
on.
at it. Read
Merciless. It. Oh yeah, they had the gauntlet. I forgot that people do that. People were like, are you going to play the gauntlet? I was like, oh, right. Forgot.
Well, I mean, but think about that. Like, obviously Ziz doesn't need, and I'm not like being rude about it, but Ziz is one of those streamers that's made it. So it's not like he needs the extra traffic, quote unquote, but obviously he benefits from it
probably have to
substantially,
keep it
right?
up.
I would
Yeah.
assume. Right. But the poor guy, like that's one of those things where like think about, it's a reminder for those people that don't make a living streaming, that there were a lot of people that make a living streaming that really got screwed over by GGG's 1 year absence from Path of
League,
Exile
yeah.
1. And again, not a criticism to the company either. It's just one
No,
of
it
those
is what it
things
is.
like somebody's product. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, having your company dependent on the American-Canadian tariff system. And then all of a sudden it's changing, right?
Something
Like
changes,
it's
you
just
gotta
how it
deal with
goes.
it.
So it's not a criticism left or right, but yeah, you forget about some of the things that happen. And
It was
so
funny because
anyway,
like
congrats to everybody that did stuff in it. Even if you didn't do anything, congrats to you because you tried it.
yeah, I like that they give away gifts and or like MTX and stuff based on it. But it's funny because we had just gotten so used to with the schedule of 3, PoE 1 leagues. And so I saw that the gauntlet was coming out. I was like, oh, cool. That's right. I forgot that they do that. I'm not going to play it, but that's cool that they've got it. And then people asked in our Discord, like, hey, when are we doing the private league? And in my head, I was like, we just did one. What are you talking about? And I totally forgot that it's because a new league has come out. And typically we were doing private leagues right after, or so, somewhere 2 months in or whatever to a league. You and I hadn't even thought. I had not even thought about it because in my head I was like, we just did a thing. We did it. So I don't know that we have any plans for one for this league. We may have to start again next league, but I don't currently have any thoughts towards doing one for this league. I know it kind of might suck a little bit, but what are we in August right now? When's 2 coming out? Wait, is that December?
End of August.
End of August. Okay. So yeah, we probably won't.
So I guess that means like we're not going to do a private league for each game. We're not going to do a private league every 2 months.
We'll have to just pick and choose,
but
I guess.
Maybe we do a private league for the Path of Exile 1 leagues until Path of Exile 2 comes out.
I think we're probably going to have to
officially,
because PoE 2 is not going to have private leagues for a long time.
But that does mean our private league is going because there's still only a 2-month window.
Right. So we have to time that a little weirdly.
So, well, only a month in though? I guess still it's only once every 4 months, but or do we completely ignore Path of Exile 2? Because there's going to be a lot of Path of Exile 1 players that aren't playing Path of Exile 2.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we completely... Are you frozen?
No.
Oh, man. Good for you. No, that's all right.
My head is working on trying to just
I could see that.
Keep my body upright.
Yep, that's right. You turned off animations on your camera, so I couldn't see the brain waves working. But anyway, no, I don't know, maybe we completely ignore Path of Exile 2's schedule when we're scheduling Path of Exile 1, make it...
I think the 1 month in might just work. Like 1 month in, we'll just do a private league.
Well,
we'll have to skip this one because we're late and we're only like 3 weeks away now from... Unless we do one like...
Now?
Yeah. Okay, guys, start
It really is now, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be because we would have to... Because it runs for 10 days, right?
Yeah. Well, we appreciate the reminder for it.
It literally would run if we started it.
You can tell how on the ball we are here.
We could maybe start one next week and it would run till the 25th, like from the 15th to the 25th. And that's right before PoE 2 launch comes out. We'll see. There's a good chance there won't be one. And that just means that Legends, you get to keep it for a little bit longer.
I feel bad for the Legends that we'd have to look at because we just had
it was so short.
League.
That's why I was like, we just did one. We gave away Legends
statuses.
Why
we weren't going to do one.
We were
right
thinking
away.
ahead.
Gosh, we're thinking ahead. Hey.
What?
Yeah, no, nothing. Fine. Just whatever. Computer being my computer. But yeah, that's why normally it's important to like think about things offline a little bit and then come online, because think about how much more thoughtful we would have been. I'd be like, no. I like, thank you for the reminder, but we're not going to this time because we just got our Legends
inner
out
workings
there.
of our heads. This is how we think.
And so anyway, we're being very thoughtful here by not having a private league for the community. It's for the sake of our Legends. Oh,
That's
and
right.
You know what's even better is, quote unquote, you're a legend this time around, even though you don't get the visuals for it, right? But you're a legend. And so now it's like we can even say that from a selfish perspective, oh no, we want the Legends to last a little bit longer so you get recognition a little bit longer.
What do you mean the visual?
Well, because you're a rad dad on Discord.
Oh,
so you don't get
I
green.
have it. I didn't even figure out how to do it. I just gave up. I didn't spend any time on it. I totally forgot. I was so into it that one day. Anyway, yeah, we will be doing them still going forward though. Just not now. Fan art.
So anyway, that was it.
Awesome. I just looked at the top 3. I absolutely love that top one. That sort of wider image is so cool. The Incarnation of Dread by Patrick H88. That I love that one. Very cool.
Yep.
Runners up. Okay. Past mystery box. Oh, they have a weekend. Didn't they just have a mystery box weekend sale like last week?
Yeah, but look how many mystery box microtransactions are included in this sale.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is the mystery box stuff is on sale. This isn't a get a mystery box for spending money one. Oh, cool.
They just had the get a mystery box for spending money on the store.
That's cool. How many of them work with PoE 2?
I don't know, but that's one of those things. Like at least these aren't new microtransactions, but it's just one of those things where it's like more sales to buy MTX, more sales to buy MTX. I'm like, okay,
that's cool.
What about the ones I have?
They're coming.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
There's an update, I'm sure, letting us know.
There were 2 minor patches, nothing major.
That one, patch notes. What's this early access? Path of a lo-fi soundtrack. Okay.
Oh, it's just somebody did some cover for PoE 2 music.
Oh, cool.
GGG liked it, so they shared it.
Early access patch notes. Is this PoE 1 or 2? Oh, this would be early access. This is PoE 2. Okay. Cool. So now we're just waiting.
See, lots of links, but nothing
lots
happened.
Lots of links, not much stuff. Yeah.
But read the very bottom under announcements. What did I write?
Show more. A teaser that they didn't put on their website. What do you mean? A teaser for what?
Yeah. So they put out finally put out a teaser for Path of Exile 2, right?
Oh,
a bit
cool.
Early in terms of just like how normal leagues work. Like we're still. Actually, maybe not. We're
only 3 weeks,
and they're coming out. Yeah, so we're around the 3-week mark. So this is when the teasers would start. So anyway, they tweeted, they X'd a teaser.
How come you didn't include the link for me to see? What was
it?
I'm
not going all the way back and search. X is annoying. Like the most recent thing that I have on my notification isn't there. I have to go scrolling for it. X is such a pain in the butt with how it works. I'm not looking for it. Put it on your damn website. Goodness me.
Well, I want to see it. So you talk about whatever you want to talk about.
You know how last week we were going to go petitioning around the GGG parking lot with something about Camille supporting Camille and Camille Jr., right? Okay. Well, we're going to have to like just pay somebody to walk around the parking lot that just has a big sign that says website, just to remind them, website, pathofexile2.com, pathofexile2.com. But anyway.
What's the one that I'm looking for? Is it the recovered a long buried library in the ruins of Oriath with a note that reads the symbols are of an unknown language? Deciphering it may be possible, but it will take time I no longer have. And it looks like some paper and it says beginning, winter, birth. Well, okay.
Yes.
Very cool picture.
That's what you get, Justin.
This is a teaser. It is not a teaser for me because
well, you always start small.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
If you're looking for teasers,
go
to the Path of Exile 2. No, shoot. No, you can't. Okay, hang on. Maybe you can go to the Path of Exile 1, forums, index. It's coming. Early access announcements. No.
Maybe they just think everybody.
No, not there. Not there.
Hey, they did add the news section to Path of Exile 2's website. That's new.
Did you click on it?
No, just
you can't click on anything. It's just scrollable videos.
No, if I on the Path of Exile 2 website, I can. They have their most recent news: Boss versus Boss, Weekend Stash Tab, and Path of Exile 2 Lo-Fi soundtrack, and it takes you to the forum post.
Takes you to Path of Exile 1. Yeah.
Yeah. But at least
it's
some
it's
new
there.
Stuff,
but not the new teaser.
I actually like the old Path of Exile 2 original site better than this.
Oh yeah, they changed this quite a long time ago. They actually removed a lot of the information.
You actually have to go into Dawn of the Hunt to see that's an interesting choice.
Huh. All the stuff that you would go to Path of Exile for is a couple clicks away.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at it. I mean, it's
but that's not kind of want the opposite, don't you?
Yeah.
The way their website was at the beginning was great.
Loved it.
Yeah.
And you kind of get that if you go into Game or Dawn of the Hunt. This is interesting. Yeah.
Anyway, if you want teasers for Path of Exile,
you got to go to X.
Apparently. So,
what you drinking?
just coffee. So about that
Cool.
Path of Exile, hey?
Well, we're getting close to when there will be some new stuff out, but
There will be. But
just,
I don't know. Like I've been thinking lots about it, and I actually haven't bothered playing the beta very much. And I've discovered that it's boring.
the current
And
beta?
that's why, like, I've just been playing games that I'm kind of into, but not really. So I've just been doing other stuff. But the
What have you been
beta
playing?
hasn't been interesting for me. Oh, just Age of Empires. Ian and Ryan have been into our Madden franchise quite aggressively.
Okay.
So I've been keeping up with them.
Yep.
But every time I go into load Path of Exile, I'm like, man, there's just not enough for me to play with that I enjoy.
Yeah, I agree. It's not at a point
And
yet.
the campaign, yeah. So it's been kind of very slow and, I guess, disappointing gap or stage of the beta experience for me, just because, I don't know, I'm looking forward. I guess maybe now this is a broken record, because now I'm really looking forward, of course, to what's going to come out in 3 weeks. Hopefully it's not delayed. And, well, I guess it won't be. That would be really funny if they did that. And that's like, we're releasing everything that's done, but then they delay it. But
it will not be delayed. There is
no
no
but
chance.
You really have to release some good stuff if you're doing once every 4 months, right? So I'm looking forward to it. What I'm looking forward to, though, is just stuff that I care about. And I know that sounds selfish, but that's the whole reason I play a game, is for things that I like. Exactly. So I'm really looking forward to small things, not big things. Of course, I'm excited about the ascendancies. Those are big things. But I'm looking for campaign changes, and I'm looking for skill tweaks. And I don't know if those are coming, but those are the things that I'm excited about. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to things like, as the game comes out further and further, I hope that it becomes something that's worth delving time into, instead of, oh, cool, I wonder how this works. Oh, okay, let's see. Like, I'm hoping it becomes a more fine-tuned experience as it goes farther along. And I totally get, like, we're, what, year and a half away from release, maybe? Who knows? 2 years. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, I was really kind of expecting myself to play Path of Exile's beta as I played standard in Path of Exile 1. You know what I mean? Like, I just enjoy the long-term experience, go and play it. But the one thing that hit me was, of course, there's not really an archetype that I like that can be played right now. So that's really, like, at the end of the day, when I was thinking about, like, man, like, I just don't want to play right now. At the end of the day, no matter the changes, even though there's tons I'm excited for, the one thing I'm really excited for is just for my personal things, those extra tweaks that I don't really know, except for the obvious one that I've beaten to death already in previous episodes. It's that little bit of excitement, that little thing that's for me. You know what I mean? And then I could play it like standard, nonstop. I really did expect myself at the beginning of all of this to just play beta and enjoy the experience, enjoy the lack of balance. And well, maybe everybody else understands me better than I do, but I kind of surprised myself with my apathy towards it after a while.
I do agree with you. I think there's not enough in Path of Exile to, at least for me, to be able to play it longer term. I've beaten to death the campaign. I think that's unfortunate, because it would make me want to try other characters. But I do think that you probably would enjoy, just when you have time and you doing Madden or Age of Empires, doing Path of Exile 1 with the changes, because they are a lot of fun. The end game's very cool. You can do end game on your standard, right? That all carries over. You would just not have the mercenary stuff. But I think Path of Exile 1 is still a good game to have when you're just filling time doing some maps.
Yeah.
And seeing some of the changes. I think you would really enjoy the new end game stuff. Like, even if you don't play the league, because you're not really one that wants to, like, level up a new character and do all that stuff. Like, you enjoy the standard experience, and standard still gets all of the, Secrets of the Atlas or whatever it's called, right? That stuff all is already released for standard players too. I think you would enjoy it as just a filler one, doing maps here and there, you know, messing around with your build, playing around with some of the new stuff.
I don't know. Maybe, but see, Path of Exile 2, and I didn't think it would happen this way. Maybe there's other listeners that kind of understand where I'm coming from or feel the same way as I do. But, like, I fully expected to pick one game over the other, just because of time management at that point. But I didn't expect Path of Exile 2 to actually ruin Path of Exile 1 for me. And what Path of Exile 2 did, and this is a good thing, unfortunately, but there's a lot of stuff that regular players do overlook. Like regular Path of Exile 1 players overlook and are used to accommodating certain really unuser-friendly things, unquality of life things, that it's really, once you take a step back and you come back to it, you realize how much better other games do it, including Path of Exile 2. So, but you have, and I don't have a list prepared, so don't be all like critical of my list here. These are things that, just when you have things like damage, like what the heck was that? You have visual clarity, you have level design where it's like, I have no idea what's trapping you and what's not because of how busy this screen is. You have things like off-screen damage. You have unfair mods, which, there's just there's so much, even like when it comes to menu design, right? And you have like the lack of stuff for animate guardian, right? Or specters, right? Zero information about that. You have zero information about your skills themselves. You have skills that have multiple uses and multiple skills within the skill itself, but the DPS screen or the skill support screen only shows like the one generic version of it, right? There's just so much in the game that people have had to get used to. And sure, it's very fun when you're used to getting used to it, but it is a lot to plan around that a lot of the times experienced players don't realize that that's what they're planning around. And fine, whatever. I was enjoying the game when all of that existed, and I would continue enjoying the game with all of that existing. But all of a sudden, Path of Exile 2 they start talking about getting rid of off-screen damage. We start seeing changes about them caring about mod combinations, even mod combinations based on enemy base types. You see the character the character screen start including more DPS, and the talks about it including dots, and talks about the possibility of it including support skills that deal damage. And then you have specters coming out, but with the intention of in-game information coming out, and you have the in-game menu system. And all of a sudden you have all these things that have the intent of fixing all the things that actually drive me nuts in Path of Exile 1. And so now all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know, maybe it put a magnifying glass on the things that I forgot I was getting used to. You know what I mean? Or made excuses for, or whatever it was. And so again, not like whatever, make Path of Exile 1 whatever you want it to be. But I think Path of Exile and this isn't a choice. This is just unintentional. It's like all of a sudden these things like, no, like that game, like half the time I played it, I was mad. And all those reasons are still in the game. Like a new league doesn't change that unless you're actually making these fixes, right? So I don't know, maybe it just put a magnifying glass on that. So now when I look at Path of Exile 1, I don't see it as the theory crafting god that it is. I see it as, oh my goodness, I don't want to deal with that. Like I'm starting to remember how 50-50 it was, instead of like, like the typical wave of Path of Exile is like that last month and a half of League. Because again, I'm a standard player, right? So I'd be playing the full 3 months. And that last month and a half of a League, I would be like, oh man, I hate this game. I hate this game. And then the first month and a half, because of all the hype and all the excitement of changes and new content, you're like, oh, I love this game. Oh, it's the best, right? And so you go through the roller coaster of it. And I think just with what Path of Exile is trying to do, which is obviously good, it's kind of removed the up part of the roller coaster for me, because it just constantly is reminding me like, hey, listen, it's got all this crap. That's why PoE 2 is here.
I think sometimes though the benefit can, so I think Path of Exile 1 is still in a very fun and good state to play. It does obviously have its nuances that we get annoyed with and we've learned to live with. I think one of the benefits though of playing it from time to time is, well, one, it's fun. So don't play a game if you're not having fun. That's just stupid. But you also then you sort of realize some of the things that maybe you missed in PoE 2, or the things that they've changed that you're like, oh, I really like that. Ooh, that was trippy. You just moved the camera and we went for a ride. That was very smooth.
Wife I moved the camber. That
was very smooth how you moved it.
Right after you say, oh, that was trippy. Ugh.
Well, it was trippy, but it was very smooth. It wasn't jittery. But it does help you or think of the things that you really like that they've changed while you're still having some fun in Path of Exile 1. Ding dong. You're getting to remember or realize some of the things that they've changed in PoE 2. I think PoE 1 is still in a good state. I think you would still have fun doing maps in standard, especially getting to see some of the new content that they've added in Secrets of the Atlas. And yes, there would be some annoyances, but some of those things that came into PoE 2, they also introduced into PoE 1. And so being able to see that yourself, I think it gives you a good, instead of, you get to a point where you're at, which is, I'm in the same boat, which is that PoE 2 currently is just a bit boring. For me, it's both boring endgame, but just too exhausting to try something new. Path of Exile 1 is definitely not that case. It's not boring. It's not lacking if you want to create a new character. It's very easy to get going with that. But it is still fun. I think you would still enjoy it. And it would also help you with some of the things about Path of Exile 2 that might feel annoying to go like, oh, they're actually, it's
there is that reverse effect of you're playing the game that has those things that drive you nuts just so that you can appreciate
feel better. That's right.
when you go back to the beta. But you know what? I remember when we played I don't want to play Path of Exile 1 like I mentioned. Not as just for the reasons that I mentioned, other podcasts and this one's whatever, add them all together. But when we played the private league, of course, which I will partake in and have a great time and enjoy it. It was, I remember the conversation. Well, no, I remember saying that we had, it was funny. Like, it just reminds you of all the things that Path of Exile 2 is really trying to do well. And in some cases already doing really well. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I haven't played PoE 2. I don't even think I've turned it on with the exception of trying to do the mystery box stuff last week, right? Trying to make the purchases. So it's been maybe 2 weeks since I've actually tried and bothered with gameplay. And so here I am saying like, I'm bored of it, or I've been choosing something else. But now that I'm actually talking to a friend about Path of Exile 2, I'm like, I can't think of why I'm not playing.
Sure.
Like I'm like, but I did come up with a zombie build where it's actually just like a button and a half.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I'm enjoying the concept of just holding down my right trigger for my constant skill. And then X is kind of like my cheat one button. So even though it's technically a 2-button build, I'm on controller. So I'm holding down X or holding down right trigger. And then I just hit X whenever it is, whatever design my build is. That's my one button. So I'm like, but I found a fun way to do zombies. Like, why am I not doing that? But I'm like, but I haven't even gotten to endgame to see if this is enough damage yet or not. So even if they make the change, so now all of a sudden I'm like, and this is just like within the last 2 minutes, I'm like, why have I been playing Age of Empires?
Is that zombie building?
I quit Age of Empires. I surrendered both of my last 2 games because of the stupidity of the Ottomans.
The Ottomans are the best.
They are, because they auto-generate so fast. So if you don't attack them first, they're just like, we don't even need resources for this crap, man. Good luck. And I'm like, but I'm all out of gold. Now I'm just on wood and food, people, and they're not good enough for all your... So anyway, I've surrendered both 2 games because I didn't want to tolerate that crap.
That is actually awesome given our current conversation.
Right. And so now it's
so
like...
funny.
And Madden's EA... Like all my clips to Ian and Ryan, it's just about, hey, look how stupid this guy is. He's a 99 overall. Look how idiotic he's running around and this and that. And like, it's all just complaining. So
that's awesome.
Now I'm like, why am I not playing? Like, because now all I can think about is how I like all these goals I had of like, oh yeah, but I want to try this before the next patch and this for the next patch. And now I wanted to get to endgame for this. And I had so much time. Now it's like I have 3 weeks to go and I'm like, oh no, and then I'm going to be all burnt out, even though I never burnt out before. Now all of a sudden I'm dealing with that. That's maybe though that's one of the unforeseen consequences of having those breaks. Like I was in a rhythm. I just liked Path of Exile 1. I was standard, and now there's nothing. But even nothing shouldn't impact me as a standard player when I'm just going, nothing's changing. I don't care. I don't need the leagues. Go.
It does depend on if you're having fun, though. You have to be having fun.
But I was.
Yeah.
But then Path of Exile 2 was like, look how much more fun we're going to make it. And I'm like, okay, well, I only have so much time, so let's do the more fun, and I'll help out. But then there was the combination of them being like, taking 6 months to reply to an email. So it's like, okay, I don't know how communication works over there, but how on earth is it going to take that long for them to reply to emails? But how do they see feedback? There's like billions of people writing all this like feedback, but half of it's good, half of it's not. Then there's the other people where they're all professional and they're sounding all nice. Well, I think you should fix this, and these are the reasons. And half of that's crap, but then half of that's good. But, you know, like in my naive mind, I'm like, well, if you can't handle emails, how can you handle this? Right?
I think that part of you needs to die. The part of you that is like, I want to help and I want to like give feedback.
I thought you meant like the naive of trying to figure it out. Like,
no.
I
the
hear you.
helpful
I hear you.
part needs to just die.
That's the tough thing, because that's why I was playing the beta to begin with. And
sort of it was.
My list of things, but I feel like some of the times that I've heard people speak or like things have come up, like I really feel like it was my post. I know it sounds silly, but I just feel like some of my posts were like directly not influenced, but they were directly answered. Sure. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I can see it in the game, and not like it was. I don't pay attention to other people's posts. I'm sure there were thousands of others that were exactly like mine, but obviously not as good. But still, it was just one of those things where I'm like, I feel like it does help. So however it is, they go through that advice and that feedback. I feel like it is, but I have a list of like 60 things, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to do any of them. We're not going to do one a day. It feels like a chore. I don't feel helpful. I just feel like I need to mow the lawn. But
where do you keep that list?
Post. I have 2. Well, but it's in Google Tasks.
Because I can just help you delete it.
No, I don't. No, Google Tasks, unfortunately, but fortunately in this case, does not let you share repeatable tasks.
I would just delete it.
Do you think GGG knows how absurdly overtuned the fire boss is in that like magma forge area?
Man, okay. So I brought this up.
Do you think I need to make a post about that?
Well, let me just warn you before you bring it up here, because I brought it up here a few times, and every time I do, people are like, get fire res. You just got to move. I'm like, all right, asshole. First off, I couldn't get fire res at that point because I didn't have access to it. And also, I don't like a boss. I just personally, and this is just me personal, so please, I don't need your comment telling me that I'm wrong for your reason. I don't want a boss where there's a phase where I just have to run away. And that's what that boss is. When she does her like crazy ass start swinging, then you just spend the rest of that part of the fight just running. And then you go back to a different
boss, but yes, I hear you.
Oh, wait, are we not talking? Okay, which fire mag?
I was talking the forge where
you have to kill it in a certain amount of time. They never had done a boss fight like that before. And I remember the first time I fought it, I was like at the edge and I'm thinking, well, I guess the lava is just going to stop here and I'll have this little bit of space. And then it didn't. I'm like, I've only fought that boss one time. Only once. I killed it once. I've never gone back to it. Thank God that thing doesn't give me like a skill point or something. I think you have to do it to unlock the reforging, but it's like a do it once thing or something.
Yeah. But that is how you unlock it. So you just have to go there after you've beaten the campaign.
Yeah, and redo it exactly.
Go back to Act 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
But you know, they're those things. Like,
just get fire res time, get better damage.
Yeah, that's right. Sure, yeah. I'll be sure to use those runes on my items that don't have sockets.
Doing that as a melee the first time, I was like, "What? How do I? Where do I go? There's fire everywhere."
Here I am thinking that I haven't invested properly in my skeletons.
Yeah, right.
They're just not going to survive no matter what you do, let alone this. But then it's like, you know, what do you guys know how big this tornado is when I'm just trying? I'm in Act 3, right? I'm just trying to ascend. Do you know how big this boss's tornado is in the middle of this arena?
The bird fight, awful.
You know what stage of the game I'm at, right? Like I think
they do it on purpose.
We're at the 45. Yeah, right. They want to see. They want to see. They're testing users. Mm-hmm. They're seeing. Okay, who are the ones that are whining and complaining? Who are the ones that can hold their cool? Okay, those are the ones. All right. Here's a list. Okay, Met Cool, the Forge Master and minions. That's the fire guy. Oh yeah, you can't scroll properly in your advanced info screen for minions. There's a couple enemies in the one of the first. What's the first trial? Sekimas.
Yeah.
Where you're doing no, it's not the trial. It's the other one. The other one.
Trial Master one?
Yeah. There's a couple base types that have some crazy off-screen range on that one, which is not fun when you're ascending.
Just get a bigger screen.
There's nothing good to offhand for minion players.
It's true. It should put a shield on.
Basically, yes. WTF, tornadoes.
Tornado. Tornado.
No, there was another boss that also had tornadoes. Anyway,
that one
also,
tornado though is wickedly too big.
I need to ascend again with minions for me to post this next one. But it's like, this is how skeletons help ascending. And so it's me just running around and, like the one trial, it's the second trial. What's it? The
Trial Master.
Trial Master. And it's the one where you just have to survive for like 30 seconds or 60 seconds or whatever. Yeah. And the enemies slowly start spawning pulsing. More and more and more. Mm-hmm. Well, skeletons can't survive.
If you don't have good damage, like fast damage, you could get overwhelmed.
Well, you're just you're doing is running in circles as a minion player, right? If you're not using righteous spirits or raging spirits. So I have a video of my skeletons just being on constant cooldown. All of them, constantly resetting the timer over and over and over. And this is after all those changes. So I was going to make a video. This is how skeletons help ascend. But that's now expired on the Xbox clip stuff on their cloud. I had a couple clips of just certain encounters, and it's called WTF, I'm leveling. The weapon swapping that hasn't been added yet, right? The thingy thing.
Well, weapon swapping's there, just to clarify. Weapon swapping's there, but the ability to what was it? It was to use the same skills or to be able to use the same weapon on a different weapon swapped tree.
Yes. Yep. And then I actually did post this one. Enemies randomly stop taking damage. And it is true. There's two different versions of this. When enemies are just walking towards you, all of a sudden they're not taking damage. I think over time I realized that they are, it's just they're blocking. And I forgot that all projectiles can block, not just attacks, which I'm not used to. And okay, fine. But there wasn't a block animation. Like I literally thought that the game was broken because there was nothing telling me that enemy was blocking. It was just nothing. And it didn't, like, their shield wasn't up. They were like walking. They just happened to be holding a shield, right? So for the longest time, and I think that's what the issue is. But anyway, I posted it. And then there was another one where certain bosses in their hitboxes, like the big ones where they stand up or they move around. So a lot of the four-legged ones do this, like when Geonor Gregory is in the wolf form, or you get the Chimera. Where auto aim aims for those hitboxes can actually miss the boss based on where their animation is. Like if they're standing on their hind legs instead of all four, like your fireball will go and not hit them.
Yep.
But what is the user supposed to do about that? Like it actually misses. So that needed some tweaking there too. Anyway, all that good stuff, right? And then I think the one that's actually the biggest problem for me, despite all of that, is the collision detection can be really jarring. Like when the enemy's moving me, the screen is like,
and they fixed that a bit from what it was early on, but I still don't like it.
It's so bad. It's so bad still. So anyway, that's my small little list of things that I haven't posted.
Now you got it.
But there are a couple on here that I have posted. So yeah, that's right. I don't think they listen to this, man.
Yeah, but at least you got it off your chest, Ty. That's all it's about.
I think we've complained about them too much. They're like, no, we're not putting you out in the office anymore.
No, I know that they definitely still listen.
They probably did. They probably put it on the PA system, and everyone's like, oh, sweet, it's Forever Exiled time. We're really excited. Monday morning. Hooray.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think back to what we were talking about when you are at that point where PoE 2 might be feeling boring or whatever. I think Path of Exile 1 is still a worthwhile do some maps, feel the system out. I think it still gives you some insight into the direction when PoE 2 makes changes. Like for me, at least, it was helpful to like play the game, and then I will only play a game if I'm having fun, and I was having fun in Path of Exile 1. So like, despite the fact that we have a podcast about Path of Exile, if I'm not having fun, I'm not going to play either of them. Path of Exile 1 was fun. I got a good time out of it. Seeing the new endgame was very cool. I love the new Zana stuff that they did with her and her brother, and the mercenary stuff was fun. I know you wouldn't experience that part because you wouldn't do starting a new character, but I still think you'd probably have fun doing some maps from time to time, even if it wasn't like consistent. Like instead of doing a match of Age of Empires, you ran 2 or 3 maps just every now and then. I think you would see that there is still, you'd still be quite enjoying it, and it would remind you sometimes of some of the stuff in Path of Exile 2 that, despite us, having our qualms every now and then, the direction is still awesome. It's a really good direction. At least I think that they're going. So yeah,
I agree with you. But I'm probably going to play Path of Exile too today at some point.
Hopefully now. Is this zombie guy at endgame that you have this idea?
No, that's what I'm like.
Well, that's why it sucks, though.
Well,
that's why it
also,
sucks.
Yes, because I'm leveling, which sucks. I have to ascend, which is stupid. Like,
but you've
ascending
also done
to
it like
me
700
in Path
times.
of Exile 2 is, I hate it.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of the options.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fail or I get stupid RNG, so I have to do it again. I have to do content I don't like again because of something I didn't have a choice in.
Especially because it's something you really want. Like
they basically make you need. It's not like it's optional. Like, sure, technically it is, but it's about as optional as, am I going to play this game or not?
Yeah, 100%.
That's how optional it is. So yeah. So anyway, but that is the reason. And there's also the other thing is there's not a class that suits any of the ideas that I like. And that's not criticism. It's just they're not out yet. Right.
Well,
like one of my criticisms I did have a post to GGG. I'm like, if you have all this minion damage in an optional tree, right? So like we're talking the first 2 clusters, right? Depending on the class you pick, the first 2 clusters change on the passive tree. And so if you don't pick a witch, you're missing out on like 90% increased minion damage and even like a very hefty notable for minion revive time. So you kind of feel obligated to do the witch as your minion ascendancy. And I was like, why would I pick the witch ascendancy? These ascendancies suck for minions. Like,
and that one's all done too. The witch is all done.
Yeah, it is. So like, but you think about it, it's like, unless there's going to be another class, like even if there isn't another class, but I'm sure there is, like one of the Templar ones is probably going to have minion damage for their first 2 clusters as well. But, and then maybe one of the like ranger ones is going to have like companion damage or something like that, right? But it's just one of those things where it's like the witch, the blood mage sucks for minions. Like there's nothing on there that makes sense.
None of the ascendancies
minions
have actual minion related stuff, like damage wise. Like you can
the
go
Lich has some that
like
includes allies and minions, but it is nice that it's as well as it's not specific to minions, it's inclusive to minions. And I do like that, like the Unholy Might. And then there's the one where it's like the explosions. It's almost like the natural impending
That's the
doom,
Lich,
where,
though, right?
Yeah, but which is part of the witch. But I'm just saying, like, but it's still like the rest of the Lich. Like there's some big penalties in there for taking those notes. So it's just one of those things where there's just not enough to be there. So anyway, it's just one of those things. But I'm not trying to get into that. I didn't mean to. It was just I forget why we got into that. Oh, liking it, not liking it. Yeah, you're reminding me of some of the reasons why I was frustrated. Like
I think it's hard because you need to get to end game. You need to get your ascensions for some of the characters to feel like they're coming online, which is definitely different than Path of Exile 1. You definitely felt stronger as you leveled up. At least I did in Path of Exile 1.
That's right. It's a lot of kiting in PoE 1. No, 2.
I was like, what? No, I don't remember.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you move forward literally in Path of Exile 1. You move backwards in Path of Exile 2.
Yeah, it's a lot of forward and backwards. So anyway.
Right. I'm still going to play before After Dark tonight.
Sweet. Then we'll chat about it.
Because now I'm excited.
Oh God, hopefully he's not coming into After Dark angry. Let's wrap this up. Forever Exiled 305. I'm Justin AK Tags.
And I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
Patrons, we'll see you in After Dark. Everybody else, we'll see you next week. If you look for more information, we got a website, foreverexiled.com. We have a very fun Discord. Pop in there and say hello. And Patreon and other ways to support the podcast, you'll find them all around you. Bye.